I recently searched registered nurse job vacancies in Auckland, New Zealand, and I found over 600 job vacancies being advertised. What surprised me was not about the numbers of vacancy, but it was how differently the nursing job market is structured in New Zealand. It is totally different with what I experienced before in other countries. Hi, I'm Mayan. I recently completed my registration as a registered nurse in New Zealand. And on this channel, I share my experiences and observations about nursing and life in New Zealand. So the first thing that struck me was the variety of the employment types. In my previous experience, most nursing jobs I encountered were straightforward full-time positions. Here in New Zealand, employers commonly advertise full-time roles, part-time roles, or casual roles, or contract roles, as we discussed just now. So the full-time and part-time are fairly straightforward, and casual work is a bit different. In a casual position, there are no guaranteed hours. Instead, employers contact you when they need staff to cover shortages or annual leave or sick leave or increased demand. You can then decide whether to accept the shift. Because casual employees don't have guaranteed hours, they often receive a higher hourly rate. Another category I noticed frequently was contract or temporary work. These are usually fixed-term positions for a specific period of time. For example, an employer may need a nurse for 6 months or 12 months just to cover the parental leave or a staffing gap. This gives nurses more options depending on their own circumstances and career goals. And the second thing that caught my attention was the difference in night shift allowance. While browsing nursing job advertisements, I came across one aged care facility offering a night shift allowance of around $30. That immediately stood out to me. When I compared it with other nursing vacancies, I noticed that many employers were offering around $10 per hour for night shift allowance. So there is quite a noticeable variation depending on the employer. So if you are comparing different job opportunities, it may be helpful to look at the full package, not just the base hourly rate, but also things like shift allowance and weekend rates and other benefits that will make a big difference too. Another interesting thing I noticed is the number of positions specifically recruited for evening shift or night shift. Many advertisements were looking for nurses to work only evening shift, like between 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. or permanent night shift, for example, from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. This was quite different from my previous experience. In many countries, nurses simply rotate through morning, afternoon, and night shifts as part of the roster. Here in New Zealand, some employers actively recruit nurses who prefer particular shifts and want to work them on a more permanent basis. I think this reflects the flexibility that exists within the New Zealand workforce. Some nurses prefer evenings, and some nurses prefer nights, and some nurses prefer mornings only. And employers seem willing to accommodate those preferences when possible. So what can we learn from all of this? First, don't assume every nursing job is structured the same way, and understanding the employment type is important. Full-time offers stability, and part-time offers balance, and casual offers flexibility, but without guaranteed hours. Contract roles may provide valuable experience while allowing you to explore different workplaces. And second thing is, don't focus only on the advertised hourly rate. Look at the complete package: night shift allowance or weekend rates, professional development opportunities, or leave entitlements. And the last thing is, keep an open mind about different healthcare settings. Hospitals are not the only option, and we can also have aged care, community nursing, or primary care, or mental health services and private healthcare providers all contribute to New Zealand's healthcare system and offer different career opportunities. So, those were some of the things that stood out to me while browsing the nursing jobs in Auckland. If you are considering nursing in New Zealand, feel free to leave your questions in the comment below. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. I will see you in the next one.